Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know a lot of you who are currently watching this have joined after I did most of my chapter 1 content, so I'd like to show you exactly why I got where I am now. So for a bit of context, I absolutely hated the chapter 1 PvP community because it was full of hackers and toxic and tryhards. So I used the Knight Rider with a very specific type of auto clicker or hyper scroll, decent FPS, or a good game sense. You can shoot extremely fast with this. In fact, you can deal 1,200 damage in just under a second, but the cannon does take skill to aim, and I was the only one who could do it. And I've tested it with a few people who are very good PvPers, and they said they had a lot of trouble aiming with a Knight Rider. Another thing that I used was apartment trapping. Now if you don't know what apartment trapping is, I made a video on it titled Mad City Apartment Trapping, but it basically went something like this. I made a bunch of tryhard PvPers really mad. As you can see, there was a Nighthawk, and now there's going to be a Rhino on me right there, and there are a lot of people just trying to camp me out right now, and I'm just near my house ready to get in at any point, and you may think it's running, but it's really not. I'm just baiting them into the house, and once I take 80 damage, I stay outside for a little bit, and then I go inside the house right here, and you may see right now that it's a nice little floor right here. Basically, they're just waiting outside, and I'm pretty sure they waited for about 3 minutes before ever trying to come inside, and I had a lot of time to spare, so I just sat inside there watching YouTube videos while they waited outside camping, and eventually they got bored and then they came inside, which was a pretty big mistake, because right now my dog got angry at them and it was going to go bite their feet until they died. The dogs dealt 10 damage back then, so it would take about, I don't know, 50 seconds for someone to die, but it would be to the dog, so that's what made it fun. In this case, someone actually also teleported in, one of his friends, so I tossed a grenade and knocked one of the guys, and then the dog right there finished off the last guy, and you're gonna see it's pretty funny. So this apartment trap was specifically designed for the dogs to bite the victim's feet and eventually kill them, so that's what made this one funny. In this clip, you can see that there's a Rhino and 2 SWAT vans parked outside my home, and I teleported inside, invisible, so there are so many people inside my house right now, so I decide to just take a tear gas, drop it here, and go outside. And notice that they can't go outside because there was a radio blocking them. So that's what prevents them from going outside, but I can easily go outside. And once they start to die off, they can't shoot anymore once they're down, and so I just go inside and see the aftermath of what's happened, and this is what makes Mad City really fun back then. Here we have one final apartment trapping clip. Right now I'm just standing outside and then I bait someone in. I don't know why he was angry at me, but apparently he was. And so I just go through this little shower right here, and I can use it to turn so that I can get in because I can enter my home, but other people cannot. And as you can see right here, he tries to shoot me, but this thing is actually bulletproof, so I can stand right here without taking any damage from him. And the dog is pretty mad at him at this point, so I just go ahead and go on up, and I toss a tear gas here. I'll let you decide what this is, but you can actually see him suffocating to the tear gas over there. Once again, you decide what this is. This is what made Mad City fun for me. Now just so you know, I'm making the shots with the Knight Rider look easy because I've aimed so much with it, but it does take a lot of skill. This shot right here did not need skill, it was just crosshair placement. Another reason the Knight Rider was insanely OP is because people could not eject you from it without being killed themselves. There was only one real way to counter a Knight Rider, and that was to use an invulnerable jet like the invulnerable Nighthawk and then just keep following it and bombing it. Not even tanks could destroy this thing because it was so insanely OP. It was also great for camping Crim base. Also, let's not forget that it was as fast as a Nero, so you could not hunt us down even if you wanted to. This thing basically acts as an anti-aircraft close-in weapon system, so it was insanely fun to use. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a nice day.